gotta get ready, guys. This is crunch time. I don't know if the truck is gonna be leaving today. But he's gonna have a hard time running with the golf clubs. I don't think he's gonna be going. There we go. We got Tennessee Police Department harassment already. This is the early start. Early start, guys. Fast getaway. There we go. As soon as I approached the window, Tennessee Police officers involved in criminal activity of state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid, no witnesses. We got them once again, guys. They were alerted. 5:45 a.m., January 19th, 2026, Monday morning. Intentions are very clear. Provoke confrontation. The mailbox exchange continues. And we also have them on this video as well. Okay. 5:45 a.m., January 19th, 2026, Monday morning. Once again, Tennessee officials and law enforcement continue provoking a confrontation. And of course, this is regarding our latest upload of child endangerment. That's right, child endangerment. Children involved in narcotics as far as the mailbox exchange at 5130 and 5132. And this is their response directly from the chain of command, Tennessee Mayor Larry Dominic, and Tennessee officials continually working around the clock on a harassment case against me. The murder plot continues. Electronic harassment, 2003 year and present, 2026. Monday morning, January 19th, 2026. And it's 5:46 a.m. Instructions are being given periodically around the clock, working with Tennessee officials to make sure I respond. Now, please note the reason the police officers feel so confident that they can achieve some type of outcome is because of the high frequencies and brain attacks I am being subjected to. This is to provoke, and the lights are turned on in the back as well, as you can see. Another, just to see if I respond as well. That's why the lights are turned on in the backyard. And once again, to provoke, the electronic harassment, to provoke movement, reaction, response, yelling, running out of control, kicking, screaming, public outbursts. Surprise advantage. Once I approach the window, that's the reason for the electronic harassment, to continue attacking the victim's psyche. And the same scenario will occur once I am admitted along with the paramedics and fire department involved in criminal activity of state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid, no witnesses. Now, obviously, I am jumping ahead. Nothing has happened, and the only reason nothing has happened is because I have not responded. Sure, I responded by looking outside the window. Sure, I responded by recording the police officer continuously attacking my psyche. But more importantly, this is to demonstrate textbook how victims are manipulated and preconditioned at home to respond. Once again, the consequences are very severe under doctor's care. The same scenario is going to occur under doctor's care, and once I respond and look outside the window, and the police officers that are involved in criminal activity of state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid, working alongside community gang stalking, bright light harassment using truck lights directed at a patient or victim's face room. So all this is very effective under doctor's care because of the medication. The medication side effects, paranoia, hallucinations, psychosis, lose weight, very concerned with your surroundings. The victim cannot distinguish fact from fiction. That's the reason that is so important for the second step. The second step is, of course, admitting the victim to under doctor's care. You can hear the community gang stalking a little bit. They're keeping their distance. And the community gang stalking is very important as well. So, once the victims respond in a hospital room setting by closing the windows, the bright light harassment, or by alerting the nurses or the doctor that you are being harassed by police officers, and just like you saw here, a fast getaway. That's called a peekaboo. Now you see me, now you don't. And it's meant to create disbelief and mistrust. And especially among family members as well. At home. At home, you are being preconditioned to respond. In the hospital, you already are preconditioned. So, constant mental health hospital evaluation, victims lose their credibility. Family withdrawal will happen. And you're only allowed to be in the hospitals for a certain amount of time for evaluation purposes. And no, the medication is not there to harm you. It's there to make sure that you are adjusted, that you will continue acting normal. But it does have side effects. Okay? So, the family members will sign off for order of protection, which means you will not be allowed to go back home from the hospital. Once you become, you're going to start feeling the symptoms that paranoia, hallucination, psychosis. You will be secluded from other patients to avoid copycat, and you will be given your medication by force. Once you respond. This is panic that will occur to the victim, continually attacking the brain electronically. This is a military grade technology. We subscribe to the channel Tech Ingredients for detailed information how microwave ovens are used for this specific purpose. And of course, it is illegal, and they direct the microwave directly to the patient or victim's brain. That's right. This is lethal. Over time, secondary health issues of radiation levels. Now, to avoid any questions or to make sure this state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid is legitimate, the victims must be enrolled in a mental health facility. The victims must be documented with a history of mental health issue illness. To avoid long-term electronic harassment, secondary health issues of radiation levels. The family members are very important. The family members are very important to sign off all legal rights, to place an order of protection. And yes, the victims will be awarded to the State Mental Institute. Once they're awarded to the State Mental Institute, now they're going to turn it up a little bit more. This is called the final faith. The final faith is something that I have experienced over and over again. This is second nature to me, of course, but for a newbie, they will panic. This is a combination of high frequencies that attacks the victim's nervous system, loss of coordination, accidents will happen. And bright light harassment, accidents and death will happen, on and off switch, military grade technology. Go on Google Maps, plenty of resources regarding military grade technology. Go on Tech Ingredients YouTube channel, Tech Ingredients. We subscribe to that channel. Full information detail how to protect yourself from electronic harassment. I sleep with my head inside an aluminum pot. Obviously, I can take more greater steps to protect myself, but we're trying to open up a case here. And obviously, if nothing's happening to me, if I don't have the problems with my brain, we won't be able to open up a case. So I am taking the bullet here. I am sacrificing, and I do understand the nature of the side effects of long-term electronic harassment, secondary health issues of brain aneurysm, tumors of the brain, bleeding of the brain damage, silent incoherent victims, nursing home final faith, identity theft, Medicaid takes place, no witnesses. Just like you saw here, the police officers are working alongside Nello Greco, main proprietor of 5132. Nello Greco and his family did panic upon notification of bleeding from my brain by University of Illinois and McNeil Hospital, MRI and CAT scan. My doctor at Oak Street Health advised me, Dr. Augustine, yes, Miguel, you were bleeding, but the bleeding has stopped. You have nothing to worry about. Well, guess what? Once the bleeding stops, it creates a blood clot. This is dry blood that travels up the stem of the brain, cutting off the oxygen. Silent, incoherent victims, nursing home final faith, identity theft, Medicaid takes place. Now remember now, your family members will be coerced. This is a private attack between the perpetrator and the victim. So my son is a witness to the dollar store owner provoked confrontation. That's right. My son is a witness to 4 police officers waiting for me in the hallway discreetly. That's right. My son took the initiative of placing a safety latch in the bottom hallway door because just like you've seen the police officers from time to time passing by, the only difference is they're not running up the stairs like before. And the only reason they're not running up the stairs like before is because I have contacted social media outlets. And of course, I leave the door open from time to time, but most likely I close it because of my ex-wife. We're trying to be mindful of her wishes. She does not want me recorded. But the police officers, you will see them attacking my psyche um, once I go to 54 and Cermak, Pink Line, Transit Authority train. Returning back from grocery shopping in the alley. Two police officers waiting for me in the back alley. Outside grocery shopping, waiting for me right outside with community gang stalking. So remember now, the police officers are there to attack the victim's psyche, and I am being attacked electronically. So attacking the victim electronically adds to the victim's emotional disturbance state of mind, confusion, panic, and obviously a number of side effects if the victim is under doctor's care and under medication. Easier manipulated. They cannot distinguish fact from fiction. Okay, that's pretty much it. And we're looking forward to a whole new year of surveillance. Obviously, I'm still here. And we're trying to follow community family guidelines. That's why all the titles are labeled with food titles. Other than that, it is state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. We are asking for the public assistance. There's children involved here, guys. This is not a third world country. We are getting a lot of hits, a lot of views, and my subscribers are not as high, but we are happy that the viewers are high. That's what we look for, viewership. So, please contact Internal Revenue Services, the IRS, post the date, January 8th, 2025, last year, regarding tax evasion, trafficking, distribution, and packaging of the mailbox exchange. Well documented on a social media platform. And of course, state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. Quick recap of last year. Yes, there was a planned hit on my life with a green truck that we uploaded several times. And this individual was instructed to park in front, go toward the dollar store, and then return back on the opposite direction. Clearly, that was a planned hit, working with police officers involved in criminal activity. In my case, Sergeant Porter, badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, waiting, standing by, set up traps, false police reports. See how that works? The false police reports will happen once the victim is found unconscious, but the victim has to respond to provoke confrontation. The victim has to respond to some type of involvement of eye contact, provoke confrontation, or most likely create family conflict when the victims respond at home. That's right, because the family members, in my case, Town Cicero Emergency 911 dispatcher named Anna, joint collaboration with Des Plaines Cook County Sheriff, instructing my family members if Miguel Rodriguez's eye starts acting in any peculiar way, do not hesitate, call 911 immediately. This is called preconditioning the family members, so they work side by side with law enforcement unknowingly that this is a trap, and over time, constant mental health hospital evaluation, victims lose their credibility. Family withdrawal will happen. Family signing order of protection. Family citing all legal rights. Family awarding the victim to the State Mental Institute. That's right. And that's where the final phase, electronic harassment, will happen. Yes, organized crime family has employees that will submit themselves to carry on this process of the game of manipulation. Based on psychological warfare books, The Art of War, The 48 Laws, The Centennial, Mind Games, Community Gang Stalking, and Umbrella Harassment, a number of psychological warfare books, very effective under doctor's care. Other than that, the mob plan hits. Board of Education District 99, female employee with the male. The male couldn't take the heat in the kitchen. He transferred to a different building. He does come by from time to time. The female stayed behind. and working alongside second character witnesses among her co-workers that we caught on camera parking right in front waiting just for me once I respond to the employee at Board of Education District 99, female employee with the black Mercedes-Benz, parking and leaving late. She's usually the last one to leave from the parking lot, and obviously that is a mild plan hit. Catfish, bait, focus, follow, attention span. So a number of scenarios, a lot of time, effort, strategizing is taking place. And a lot of people say, we don't see anything. You're not supposed to. It's called social acting for a reason. Social acting is a very big part because, such as the peekaboo, now you see me, now you don't. Just like the police officer clearly demonstrated right here by driving slow in the beginning and then making a fast getaway. I don't know if he actually took the light. So that's called the peekaboo. And provoke confrontation and creating family conflict. Now, Nello Greco, main proprietor of 5132, they moved and they panicked, of course, upon notification of bleeding from my brain. But they have a signed contract with the Martinez family right next door. This is a signed contract with paid incentives, home improvement, family vacation, new vehicles. So, once again, if you guys want to make a difference, get involved simply by inquiring the status date, January 8th, 2025, last year, tax evasion, 5132. Double out 2 flat brick, the first floor remains vacant. That's the reason for the continuous attacks as far as police involvement. And, well, what can I say? We are sharing information with Samantha Chapman, Channel 7 News, Jason Knowles, and the rest of the private investigators. But until something happens to me, there won't be no case. So, once again, sure you can open up a case regarding narcotics. Sure you can. But you need a fall guy like me. You need someone to take the hit. You need someone that can be able to withstand the electronic harassment. This is second nature to me. Of course, I've been doing this since 2003. It doesn't affect me the same as a newbie. Remember, to provoke, movement, reaction, response, yelling, running out of control, kicking, screaming, public outbursts, surprise advantage. Once I approach the window, the police officers are working alongside next door hideout of Nello Greco, along with a hit squad that we have on our social media platform, driving a Suburban. They got rid of the Suburban, of course, and they specialize with the military-grade technology. Very aware of my location and activities, instructions given on command signal. But also, microwave ovens are refurbished the same way to carry on electronic harassment, secondary health issues, or radiation levels. This is how they're able to manipulate businesses, remain in control, and silence their arbitraries. No witnesses. And, of course, we're asking for the public to participate as far as calling Child Protective Services. These children are being specifically trained to avoid our camera. Just watch clearly how social acting plays a very big part. The after-school child picking up the mail, and that's all he's thinking about. That's not a normal childhood. He's actually thinking about the mailbox on his way from school here. And we got him on video time and time again. And he's working alongside adults. Once they grab that envelopes, they tear it open, they place the narcotics inside, and they place it back inside the mailbox for delivery and pickup. And of course, the child already gets his share, and of course, the dollar store owner gets his share as well. That's the reason they have a signed contract with the dollar store owner. I am behind enemy lines, plenty of second character witnesses among my neighbors. You can imagine the hardship after the holiday season. A lot of people are short on cash and unknowingly participating in the game of manipulation state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. I say unknowingly because I have captured our neighbors from time to time participating, and I'm not getting no eye contact unless they've been instructed to not give no eye contact, and social acting is a very big part. But all they have to do is manipulate, just pay cash to our neighbors, turn on the vehicle at a certain amount of time, leave the car running, park in a certain spot. So each one of our neighbors is being manipulated and instructed like a puppet when on command signal to respond. Are they involved? Sure they are. Perhaps knowingly or unknowingly, I don't know at this point. But so far, I haven't received no eye contact. So they really don't have to tell them anything. All they have to do is, you know what? If we give you a phone call, move your vehicle. If we give you a phone call, leave your car running. If we give you a phone call, pass by underneath the individual's address, which is me, underneath the front. I have the flags in front, so I'm easy to spot. So that's called the game of manipulation and community gang stalking. Money is exchanged, and of course, there's also drug activity exchange as well, if they have that preference. Okay, the drugs are very important as far as addiction. If the reason they were going after, if you look closely, if you go back on a social media platform, they were targeting young teens. And the reason they're targeting young teens is because once they get addicted, the same strategy will occur at home. It's going to create family conflict once the young individuals are addicted, once they start stealing, once they get arrested. The police officers involved in criminal activity will arrest these individuals, these young teenagers, and they will manipulate and coerce the family members to place an order of protection. Same scenario. The only difference is they're under the narcotics substance and addiction. And addiction is being used for manipulation purposes. And of course, the family members have no idea that the police officers are involved. And of course, Sardines officials continue working on a harassment case against me. We have, from time to time, Sardines officials parked right here in front with their marked vehicle. And obviously, they had no reason for parking here other than attacking my psyche. All right, I know I missed a couple of things, but we're trying to, a lot of people are asking questions, and obviously I cannot get too much into detail on social media because we are trying to follow community family guidelines. We cannot, I'm trying to place the information in small print so we won't have no problems, but other than that, we're trying to follow community family guidelines, guys. That's the only way. That's the world we live in today. Freedom of speech, but they're trying to make sure that they're protecting everyone, including myself. And that's why on Facebook, I'm not allowed to talk to people that I don't know. So by talking to people I don't know, that's a red flag for them. And that's why from time to time, I have to take a break and make sure that I only communicate with the 5,000 limit friends that I have, unless I manage that. I manage the amount of friends I have. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. Please do your part. Internal Revenue Services, we're hitting this criminal organization where it hurts in their pocketbooks, and it just got real quiet. You know what this means. Okay, this is what we got so far. We had the truck. It could be left there as a prop. I don't know. We shall see if that's the case. 5132 continues serving customers at an indoor recreational facility. We have him from time to time running with the golf clubs. That's right, 5132. The female, 5130, we have her obviously continuously working alongside her husband. None of these people work. And let's see. I believe this is the BZB right here. Easy to spot because of the green and the hubcaps. This is the BZB. Once again, instructed to park here right next to 5130 employee. This is the employee 5130. See that? So each one has been, and look at right there, the other one as well. So we have another employee participating in the game of manipulation. The white vehicle that you will see from time to time and working alongside the green vehicle. See that? So both of these vehicles are working alongside with the employee right here at 5130. So all three of these vehicles are involved in criminal activity, knowingly or unknowingly, as far as our neighbors participating in the game of manipulation. Holding perhaps parking spaces as well. Let's see. Yeah, we have homeowner Martinez's son with the black Mustang right there. See that? That's homeowner Martinez's son. And let's see what else we got. Yes. Well, the vehicles are pretty covered up. So at least I did a pretty good. Oh, we have another employee right there. The black Mustang with the convertible. See that? That's another employee right there. But he actually lives there. And that's the same resident as the white vehicle and as the green vehicle right here. So the green vehicle and the white vehicle right there, they actually live right there. And this individual lives a little further, but he's been instructed to park here. See? So they are working side by side. And obviously, extra change. After the holiday season, people need the extra money. And that's pretty much it. The reason it's so quiet right now is because they are listening to my conversation. They're listening to my conversation right from next door, working alongside Tennessee officials on a harassment case against me. That's where the electronic harassment is coming from. 5135 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 62844. Second floor hideout. All right. Our information is on our social media platform. We are looking forward to another year of surveillance, of course. And once again, you, in order to open up a state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid case, you need someone like me. You need someone that can be able to take the hit. Sure, you can open up a case on narcotics and child endangerment. Sure, you can, if you really want to. But if you really want to open up a case regarding state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid, you got to continually be able to take provoked confrontation by law enforcement, as you guys are witnessing time and time again. And this is the main reason, one of the reasons why the Morton High School student was not being protected by law enforcement. That's right. Now, they're trying to clean up the mess. They're trying to have some type of alibi. But obviously, we have well documented that the police officers on that day that the teenager was shot, looks like we have activity here. Yes. We have the mail returning. The mail has returned back 5130 with his van. So he will be making deliveries, and it looks like he's been working all night. It looks like he was working all night, and he is parking away from camera view. He just arrived at 6:16 a.m., January 19th, Monday morning. He just arrived right now, guys. He just arrived right now. And let's have a look. Okay. This individual is constantly changing vehicles to avoid our surveillance, of course. And he's usually parked blocking the fire hydrant. He's usually parked blocking the fire hydrant. Permission granted by Tunnel Cicero officials and law enforcement. Okay? Okay, that's him right there. Okay, this is Organized Crime Family Employee 5130 West 24th Street in Laramie, Cicero, Illinois 62804. No job, no school. Trafficking, distribution, and packaging of the white envelopes. Rain, shine, snow, below zero, it doesn't matter. This is called the machine. Chain of command, Thomas Cicero Mayor, David Dominic, open for business. And this is how they're able to carry on and manipulate businesses, remain in control, and silence their arbitraries. I am the victim here, but this is the main reason for the police officers' involvement, to make sure this criminal organization is undisturbed. See that? And granting special permission to park wherever is convenient for them. There we go. Returning back. That's it. Open for business. Before and after evidence of fire, no investigation, cover-up by law enforcement, paramedics, and fire department. And of course, Tunnel Cicero officials. This resident has no address identification for this reason, to avoid self-incrimination. Yes, there's paramedics involved. Yes, there's individual reporters involved, making sure Tunnel Cicero is highlighted in a positive way. All right, 6:18 a.m., January 19th, 2026. A whole new year of surveillance, guys. And you guys just witnessed firsthand how this criminal organization, and I believe that's his room right there. See that? He just turned on the light, and that's his bedroom, along with his wife. And his wife is parked right in front of him. This is a reload. He has returned back for a reload. They're only allowed to carry a certain amount of product to avoid any problems. Now, this is a designated area for crime activity. In other words, they're protected here, and at times getting a personal escort by law enforcement involved in criminal activity. But we have Cook County Sheriff on video. We have Des Plaines Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart on video. So they're expanding, and obviously they're working alongside other police officers in other districts involved in state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. No witnesses. The only reason I'm here is because I have contacted social media platforms, and they're watching me, and obviously I'm an easy target. I'm not that difficult to find. These police officers can easily pick me up and make me disappear, or they can get someone else to knock me over the head, bury me someplace, and you won't find me. That can be done if they really want to, but they're doing it electronically. It's very important that the victim will sooner or later will succumb to long-term electronic harassment, secondary health issues, or radiation levels. But remember, they need an alibi, and the alibi is enrollment in the mental health facility to make sure that insurance policy is legit. See that? That's the only way. Other than that, there's going to be a question mark once the victim becomes ill. And of course, it's very important that the family members sign off all legal rights. It is a process. Follow me on Google Maps. 3 million views on Google Maps. Detailed information, organized crime family process. It is a process, guys. Sure, you're safe at work, plenty of witnesses and surveillance cameras, but your information will be retrieved, you will be followed, and sooner or later, the game of manipulation will be deployed. And you won't know what's going on unless you are familiar with social acting. That's why we're here, guys. That's why we're here. And we're here to make sure we create awareness how not to become a victim of state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. This is big money. Once again, the best way is Internal Revenue Services. Internal Revenue Services post the date January 8th, 2025, last year, 5132 West 24th Street in Laramie. Nello Greco is the main proprietor. And of course, the family members, Anthony J. Loader, his nephew, and the other family members are right next door, 5135 second floor hideout. All right, we're moving on for now. The individual is inside his room or his son's room. It could be either. But obviously the lights are on, and this is a reload. He didn't come home to go to sleep. He came home to reload. He's ready to get to work, and so are the rest of this criminal organization's employees. So watch clearly. The lights are on, and he will be making deliveries periodically. Okay, that's what we got. 6:22 a.m., January 19th, 2026. Tunnel Cicero Police Department harassment once again.